YouTube, we are talking about pay to win in Cross Duel. Is it pay to win? Is it free to play? Can you enjoy the game without spending any money? Let's hop right into it. So right off the bat, you should know that this game is all about your ace monsters. There is about 15 ace monsters, 14 and plus Exodia. You get to choose one of them right away as the game begins. And in another video, I say that's about a $500 choice. Why is that? Well, because you may be thinking, oh, Dkayed, there's no crafting. There is, but you have to trade 4 duplicates for 1 ace monster that you want. So let's go to the cards real quick and let's show what an ace monster means and how we make an ace monster more powerful. So if you care about Blue Eyes White Dragon, one of 14 ace monsters, let's check it out. The Blue Eyes White Dragon card can become more powerful with more copies. And you may be thinking, oh no, I need 5 copies. You need 3 for PvP to play it optimally, and then you unlock the skills. That's right, Blue Eyes is not a normal monster. It is an effect monster. And Blue Eyes White Dragon is one of the best monsters to get initially in the game if you want to play the game free to play, because he doesn't get that much better if you get a 2nd or 3rd copy, but he is still better. So for example, I have 1 skill slot, so I could put this into the skill slot right here. Let's put him in the deck so I could show you. So these are the skill slots per copy of Blue Eyes I have. So right now my Blue Eyes has the ability on summon to destroy a monster on the field. If I had a 2nd copy of Blue Eyes, I could increase his attack by 200 with no downside. If I had a 3rd copy, I could increase his attack again by another 200 with no downside. So that sounds really pay to win, right? Yeah, that does suck a lot, but I do believe you can reach the highest rank in the game without paying to win. And we're going to get into the details of the money and how much money and all these points real quick. Let's look on the website, crossduelmeta.com. Go to the top decks, and we look at the decks that are getting Gold 1, which was in the pre-launch, the soft launch of the highest rank. So if we check out these decks, let's see how many of them paid to win. This is a pay-to-win deck. He's got 3 copies of his ace, and I'll tell you how much money that is. He's got 2 copies. Okay. 3 copies, pay to win. Hey, only 1 copy. But he does have 2 super rares. This is kind of pay to not pay to win, really. This is kind of pay to win. Pay to win. Ooh, very expensive deck. This one's kind of cheap, but it does have quite a few super rares. You know, it goes back and forth. So I see a mix of free to play and pay to win getting the max rank. So it's kind of all over the place. Now, based off of my detailed information I'm going to show you as we go to the gacha, beyond picking your guaranteed ace monster, you have a pity summon system to get a random ultra rare monster, and that is in addition to 3 free ones you get from just playing the game. So I will show you that real quick. When you're playing the game, you're going to want to unlock your 3 guaranteed ultra rares, which are going to be random. So if I have Blue Eyes, I pick Blue Eyes, I want a 2nd and 3rd Blue Eyes. This is random. Now, if I get non-Blue Eyes, I could trade them in towards Blue Eyes. I could trade 4 of them, but only if they are extra copies. So if I get a Dark Magician, an Ojama King, and a Firewall Dragon, 1 more ultra rare, you would think I could put all 4 of them for another Blue Eyes White Dragon. No. It has to be a 2nd copy of Dark Magician, a 2nd copy of the Ojama King, and then you have to have 4 of them to go towards the Blue Eyes, so it could get really expensive. So the true cost of a random ultra rare, according to the gacha, right, I'm going to reveal it to you, it is $70. 1 pull is $1, and this will give you about 80 pulls and some extra pulls on top of that, the bonus value. So if we value 1 pull at $1, the pity is $70 for a random ultra rare. You don't get to target the one you want. This is not a Blue Eyes White Dragon banner. There is no Blue Eyes White Dragon banner. There's going to be banners later, and I don't know if the pity is going to go towards it. I think it's just going to increase the drop rate of them. Otherwise, it's any of these random ones among 15 to get what I want, and they need to be duplicate to even trade towards a Blue Eyes. So according to that math, let's see. Here are some notes. 3 copies of an ace is required to max your ace monster in PvP. You get to choose any one of them for free, and Blue Eyes is a good choice. Now, what happens if you want to play a card like Red Dragon Archfiend? I do really want to show you this. I'm sorry if you think I'm bouncing around. Red Dragon Archfiend, we're going to imagine that we have 3 copies of this. If you have 1 copy, at the end of the battle phase, you destroy all defense position monsters. Pretty cool. If you have a second copy, when it battles a monster, it's going to put the monster into defense to ensure that it gets destroyed at the end of the battle phase. If you have a third copy, not only will it destroy and put a monster in defense, it will also inflict piercing damage. Does that seem like a massive benefit over someone who will just have the first effect? Where I could have all 3, and even better, maybe instead of pierce, I could just be immune to destruction, which would counter Blue Eyes White Dragon. My Dark Magician got countered by Blue Eyes White Dragon, so I'm going to show you my pain right now, is that I've spent $200 on this game so far, and I only have 1 copy of Dark Magician. Well, Dark Magician's all about activating spells to deal damage onto everyone else. But what you're supposed to do in addition to that, if you have 3 copies of Dark Magician, is you're also supposed to have double wizardry. Every time you activate a spell, you get a permanent 600 attack boost and defense for having the skill twice. So 3 copies of Dark Magician, every spell activation. My Dark Magician was 2,500 when it should have been 4,300 attack. What the hell? If I spend $80 right now, I'm not guaranteed another Dark Magician. If I spend $160 right now, I'm still not guaranteed another Dark Magician. So what would guarantee me to get a full power Dark Magician deck where I could have actually been over 4,000 attack instead of just 25? Wow. Wow. A lot of math here. 4 URs, only dupes, would be $280, but if it's your first time getting them, that does not count. So I could spend $280, and if I get 4 ultra rares for the first time, none of them could go towards Dark Magician. Because $80, $1 equal 125, $1 pull, 70 pulls gets you the ultra rare, 70 pulls, it's gonna be about $70. Yeah, so if I get 4 brand new cards and then I get them again, that's $560 right now to get Dark Magician. But what if I get 8 ultra rares, which is $560, and they're all different? All 8 are different. That means I spent almost $600 and I still don't have a second Dark Magician. What? What the? You'd have to be really unlucky, though. And again, for playing the game at the start, you're guaranteed 1 ace monster of your choice, which could be the Dark Magician. And by playing the game, you then get 3 more random ultra rares, so, that's free. And you also get about 40 pulls of the freemium currency, which, guess what? The free currency, the pity only is if you spend money. You do not get pity on the free currency. There's no way to get the paid for currency without paying money. This is the currency you're getting, and there's no pity. No pity for you. So you could pull this all day and never get an ultra rare, but I mean, you probably will, right? You tell me. These are the stats. 3.5%. Well, it's like every 30 pulls, you should maybe get one, right? Every 30 pulls, you should. And you could re-roll your account a bunch of times until you maybe, on a brand new account, if you spend the entire week re-rolling your account, you could maybe just for free, only at the cost of working all week instead of a job, maybe get that triple Dark Magician luck. So this is going to be a game where I don't want to encourage this because it's against the TOS, but a lot of people are going to buy accounts, straight up. There's going to be a bunch of bot farming accounts where they're going to sell, straight up. They might just sell a $100 triple Dark Magician account, and people are going to buy that, where I'm going to have to spend up to $500, maybe even more, to have it legitimately. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's talk about the other notes here. So now you know that the power of Dark Magician, the difference between being 4,300 attack and 2,500 attack, and how much money it would be to get even more Dark Magicians. But again, I think I could possibly get the highest rank without that massive boost onto my Dark Magician. Maybe I'd have to play something else, though. Maybe a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck's the most free-to-play friendly deck. So your first choice is potentially $350. I wrote it's about $500 because it's even higher than that. 3 random URs guaranteed. And where are the other notes here? The other notes here, you need 4 cards of the same rarity, but only dupes to trade for the UR. The UR tickets are random. You don't get to select what you want. There's no UR pity for the free currency, and the SR pity for monsters does not exist. That's another problem with this game. Brad as HD and Jade Hex, they've been playing this game a lot, and they said the super rare cards are very difficult to get. So if you wanted to play Dark Magician works very well with a card like Dark Magician Girl. Well, because there's so many super rares in the game, your chances of actually getting a Dark Magician Girl are incredibly low, because there's 44 super rares and you want 1 of them. That's insane. There's only 15 ultra rares, so it's actually easier to get an ultra rare than a super rare of what you want. Quite absurd. So if you have a card that synergizes with your deck that's super rare, that's another problem with this game, in addition to the ultra rare you want 3 copies of, your main ace. Now let's keep on going. And by the way, if you don't understand the system, the ace monster could have 3 skills in PvP. The ace monster could use a master skill, and the ace monster is guaranteed to be in your opening hand, which I really like. That's a very cool feature. You have the main monster in your opening hand. Very cool. All right, what are the other notes? Paid UR pity 70 pulls. General feeling is SR is worse than the UR. And very first UR choice, max out ace. So I calculated based off of this, what would it be to max out an entire account? You're probably going to need an in-depth program to actually give you the proper equation to max out an account, but just paper math, $3,000 could maybe give me a max account of all the ace monsters being at max 3 if I'm really lucky. Otherwise, it could be up to $12,600. Maybe even more. If I want more super rares, I don't know. I might be way off, but this is paper math, and gachas are purposely, they obfuscate the math. They don't want you to know exactly. They don't want you to know that you could get another Dark Magician for 80 bucks. They want you to keep pulling, not knowing that it might be this much money to get another Dark Magician. But again, I'm not trying to attack the game. I'm trying to objectively show you my thoughts about the game so far. Is the game fun? I'm having fun so far, and I haven't played enough to give the game a full review. And hopefully I could give you a full review if the game's even worth playing after I get to the highest rank and then redo a video. But this was just about pay to win, all right? Thank you very much. We out.